Greetings, fellow seekers of truth and transformation. I stand before you today not merely as a guide, but as a kindred spirit on this extraordinary journey of self-discovery and cosmic awakening. Together, we shall embark on an odyssey that will challenge the very foundations of your perception of reality and unveil the limitless power that lies dormant within you. Imagine, for a moment, that you are the omnipotent director of your own cosmic masterpiece, with the power to rewrite the script of your reality in each instant of consciousness. Does this notion seem preposterous, almost blasphemous? Brace yourselves, for you are about to embark on a voyage that will defy everything you thought you knew about your identity, your relationship with the divine, and the true power that slumbers in the depths of your being. Dear explorers of the mysteries of existence, welcome to this transformative odyssey through the revolutionary teachings of Neville Goddard. Today, we shall plunge into the profound waters of a concept that has the power to shake the very foundations of our perception of reality, the indissoluble identity between man's I am and the divine nature of the universe. Prepare your minds and open your hearts, for what you are about to discover could change the course of your lives forever. Envision a universe where each I am you utter is a vibrant declaration of your inherent divinity, a cosmic decree that resonates in the farthest reaches of creation. Goddard challenges us with a bold proclamation that shakes the foundations of our most deeply held beliefs. When you say I am, you are speaking of the God of the Scriptures. This statement, which may sound like unforgivable heresy to some, actually holds the master key to our total liberation and absolute empowerment as divine beings incarnate. On the infinite canvas of my own existence, this transcendental truth was painted with the most vibrant colors of personal transformation. A few years ago, I found myself trapped in a gray and monotonous existence that seemed to be controlled by relentless external forces, feeling like a mere passive spectator in the drama of my own life. Each day was an exhausting struggle against circumstances that seemed beyond my control, as if I were a puppet manipulated by invisible strings of fate. Awakening to our true divine nature is not a bed of roses, dear fellow travelers. It requires indomitable courage, unshakable persistence, and an iron will to challenge everything we think we know about ourselves and the universe that surrounds us. When I began to immerse myself in Goddard's teachings and practice his techniques, I initially felt like a cosmic imposter, pretending to a divinity that I didn't really feel in the fibers of my being. The metamorphosis of our consciousness is a gradual and sometimes painful process, like the birth of a star in the depths of the cosmos. It is a slow but inexorable dawn that dispels the shadows of ignorance and limitation. As I persisted in my daily practice, facing my deepest doubts and fears, I began to notice subtle but profound changes in my experience of life. Situations that once seemed like insurmountable mountains began to resolve themselves in unexpected and miraculous ways. The infinite power of our divine imagination is the supreme tool we have to create and shape our reality at will. Goddard teaches us, with the authority of one who has experienced this truth firsthand, that our imagination is literally the creative power of God manifesting through us. Every time we imagine, we are using the same primordial force that gave rise to the universe at the dawn of time. Faith, in the revolutionary context of Goddard's teachings, takes on a completely new and liberating meaning. It is no longer a blind and submissive belief in an unattainable external power, but an unshakable confidence in our own divine power to create and transform our reality at will. It is the absolute certainty, rooted in the depths of our being, that what we imagine and feel as real in the theater of our mind must inevitably manifest on the stage of our physical experience. The concept of living from the state of the wish fulfilled is perhaps one of Goddard's most powerful and revolutionary teachings. It invites us to take a quantum leap in our consciousness, assuming here and now the state of consciousness of already having and being what we desire, instead of yearning for it as an uncertain future possibility. It is a radical shift in our way of relating to our deepest desires and aspirations. The inspiring story of Elena, the artist who manifested her dream gallery, is a living and palpitating testimony to the transformative power of these teachings. Her metamorphosis was not merely external, a simple improvement in her material circumstances, but a profound internal realization of her divine nature and unlimited creative power. Each brushstroke on her canvas became a vibrant affirmation of her divinity, each color an expression of her power to create worlds. In the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges and the inevitable sufferings of human life, Goddard's teachings acquire even greater depth and relevance. They remind us, with the force of an eternal truth, that even in the midst of the most intense pain and the deepest darkness, our divine nature remains intact and unchanging. We are the infinite and serene sky that contains all the storms of life, always at peace in our deepest essence. Awakening to our true divine nature is not, as some might think, an act of spiritual selfishness or escapism from reality. On the contrary, it is the highest act of service we can offer to the world and to all creation. When we consciously live from our divine I Am, we elevate the vibration of all humanity and contribute to the conscious evolution of the cosmos. Each act of conscious creation is a light that illuminates the path for countless souls still walking in the darkness of ignorance. The invitation is on the table, dear co-creators. Are you ready to claim your divine inheritance in all its magnitude? To live every moment of your existence from the full consciousness that you are the creative power of the universe manifesting in human form? The cosmic stage is set, the curtain of illusion rises. It's time for you to play the most important role of your eternal existence. In this great cosmic theater we call life, each of you is a shining star, a beacon of divine light that illuminates the darkest corners of the universe. Your performance in this cosmic drama has the power to inspire, transform, and elevate the entire audience of life, all the souls that share this journey with you. Are you ready to give the performance of your lives, to shine with all the splendor of your divinity? May every I Am you utter from this moment on be a conscious and powerful declaration of your inherent divinity. May every thought that arises in your mind be a deliberate act of divine creation. May every breath you take be a living affirmation of your indissoluble unity with the infinite source of all life. This is your moment of glory, dear incarnate gods. The stage of life is yours to create, transform, and elevate. Let the divine function begin. As we delve deeper into Goddard's teachings, it is crucial that we understand the revolutionary nature of what we are exploring. We are not simply talking about another self-help technique or a mental trick to feel better. We are unveiling the true nature of reality and our role as conscious creators within it. Consider for a moment the profound implication of Goddard's assertion that the eye of man is the power and wisdom of God. This means that our consciousness, our ability to perceive and conceive, is literally the creative power of the universe in action. Every time we focus our attention on something, we are literally giving life to that reality. This understanding leads us to an enormous responsibility. If we are truly the creative power of the universe incarnate, then every thought, every emotion, every state of consciousness we maintain is shaping our reality and, by extension, the collective reality of humanity. We can no longer afford to be unconscious victims of our automatic thoughts and emotions. The practice of revision, so emphasized by Goddard, takes on a new dimension in light of this understanding. By reviewing the events of our day and reimagining them in the way we would have preferred them to happen, we are not simply playing a mental game. We are literally rewriting the script of our reality, sowing the seeds for future manifestations more aligned with our desires. But with this power comes great responsibility. Goddard constantly reminds us that we must use this power with wisdom and love. It's not about manipulating reality to satisfy our selfish whims, but about aligning ourselves with the divine flow of life and co-creating a reality that benefits everyone. The practice of feeling the state fulfilled is perhaps one of Goddard's most challenging but powerful teachings. It invites us to enter an emotional and sensory state as if our desire had already been fulfilled. This goes beyond simple visualization. It's about total immersion in the desired reality, feeling the joy, gratitude, and fullness that would accompany the realization of our desire. This process of feeling the state fulfilled is not a mere exercise in fantasy. It is a conscious alignment of our being with the reality we wish to experience. In doing so, we are literally tuning our vibrational frequency to that of our fulfilled desire, allowing it to manifest in our physical experience. One of the most common barriers we face when practicing these teachings is our tendency to doubt and question the process. Our rational mind, conditioned by years of limiting thinking, often rebels against the idea that we can create our reality simply by changing our state of consciousness. Goddard addresses this resistance by reminding us that doubt is the thief that robs us of our good. To overcome this doubt, Goddard urges us to test these teachings in our own lives. He doesn't ask us to believe blindly, but to experience for ourselves the power of these practices. He invites us to take a desire, no matter how small, and apply the principle of living in the fulfilled state. Only through direct experience can we truly understand and embrace the truth of these teachings. The concept of pruning, another fundamental principle in Goddard's teachings, reminds us of the importance of eliminating from our consciousness everything that is not aligned with our desire. Just as a gardener prunes dead branches to allow the tree to flourish, we must prune from our minds the limiting thoughts and beliefs that prevent us from manifesting our desires. This practice of pruning requires constant vigilance of our thoughts and emotional states. It involves a conscious commitment to redirect our attention to thoughts and feelings that are in harmony with our desire, even when external circumstances seem to contradict it. One of the most liberating aspects of Goddard's teachings is his emphasis on the eternal now. He reminds us that the past and future only exist in our imagination, and that the only point of power is the present moment. This understanding frees us from the burden of the past and anxiety about the future, allowing us to focus all our creative power on the here and now. As we practice these teachings, many experience what could be described as a death of the ego. As we identify more with our divine self and less with our limited personality, a sense of loss of identity may arise. Goddard assures us that this is a natural part of the process of awakening to our true nature. This death of the ego is not something we should fear, but something we should embrace. It is the portal through which we access our unlimited divine power. As we let go of our limited identifications, we open ourselves to the vastness of our divine being and all the possibilities it entails. Ultimately, Goddard's teachings lead us to a profound transformation of our relationship with life itself. We no longer see ourselves as powerless victims of circumstances, but as conscious creators of our reality. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to practice our divine power, every obstacle a springboard for our growth. This new perspective fills us with a sense of wonder and gratitude for life. We begin to see the world not as something separate from us, but as an expression of our own consciousness. Every experience, every person we encounter, becomes a reflection of our internal state, an opportunity to know ourselves more deeply and to express our divine nature more fully. As we integrate these teachings into our daily lives, we experience a profound sense of peace and freedom. We are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances, but anchored in the certainty of our divine power. This inner peace radiates outward, transforming not only our individual lives, but also our relationships and the world around us. Dear fellow travelers on this cosmic journey, I invite you to embrace these teachings with an open heart and a willing mind. Allow yourself to be transformed by the power of your own divine imagination. Remember that you are not separate from the creative force of the universe, but a living, breathing expression of it. As you go forth from this moment, carry with you the knowledge that you are the author of your own story, the creator of your own reality. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take is a brush stroke on the canvas of your life. Paint boldly, paint with love, paint with the full awareness of your divine nature. And as you step into this new awareness, remember that you are not alone. We are all interconnected, all part of the same divine consciousness. Your awakening ripples out into the world, touching and transforming countless lives in ways you may never fully comprehend. So go forth, dear ones, and create. Create with joy, create with love, create with the full power of your divine imagination. For in doing so, you are not only transforming your own life, but you are contributing to the evolution of all consciousness. May your journey be filled with wonder, may your creations be filled with beauty, and may you always remember the divine power that resides within you. The stage is set, the curtain is rising. It's time for you to step into the spotlight and play the role you were born to play, that of a conscious, divine creator. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. May your path be illuminated by the light of your own divine consciousness. Until we meet again, remember, you are the I Am, the creative power of the universe incarnate. Now go forth and create miracles.